All right, what's going on, everybody? It's at the top of the hour, 9 o'clock Thursday night. I'm going to play a short 4-minute video about Connect United. So that way you guys, just off the bat, if you're watching on here live, you get to see it. If you're watching on a replay, you get to see it. So this is a great Zoom tonight to send to somebody to kind of know a little bit about everything about Connect United and hear Billy Womack's story. He's a pioneer in this industry. He's a top ranking, pioneer in Connect United too. And I'll go over that some more tonight too. So let's get started.
New income earning opportunity, there are plenty out there. But whether it's selling supplements, skincare, or scented oils, don't they all pretty much feel the same? Connect is fundamentally different. When you join Connect, you'll finally have something totally unique to share. Connect is a marketplace of blockchain products you can promote that are truly making the world a better place. Created to solve massive problems that have real impact on the world. As a Connect affiliate, you'll be sharing blockchain products from each of the following companies. Element United has a mission of saving the planet from environmentally destructive mining practices. These devastating operations are going on every single day in jungles, grasslands, and rainforests throughout the world. But already, mine owners are choosing to accept Element digital rewards instead of destroying their lands to dig up the gold. Element United is also using blockchain technology to track the planting of trees and other activities to create carbon credits that are verified and exchanged using the Element blockchain. Galvin is laser focused on using blockchain-based products and services to improve the world of health and wellness. The Galvin blockchain rewards people for taking ownership of their health. Galvin uses an app to track, then reward healthy behavior, including exercise and mental health checkups. It motivates users to engage in proven activities that improve your mind, body, and soul. As more and more people embrace digital rewards, it becomes even more important to make exchanging and spending these rewards simple. Switch Reward Card is a company that was created to do just that. Using an international debit card, members can easily convert those rewards into cash and instantly spend it using their Switch card at more than 55 million merchants around the world. This also gives individuals and businesses a way to do more with cryptocurrencies, with a trade platform that allows you to move cash to crypto and crypto to cash, as well as store, send, switch, and spend with the Switch Reward Card. This opens the door to millions in third world countries who simply don't have access to traditional banking. It also gives options to people who have little confidence in government-backed banks. Grow United is one of the newer companies that's part of the Connect community, tackling the problems created by the fact that almost all of the foods we eat are controlled by just 10 major corporations. Most of us have absolutely no idea where our food comes from, where it was raised, what it was fed, what soil it was grown in, or what was sprayed on it. Grow United is solving this problem by using blockchain-based products and services to create total transparency, traceability, and trust in the foods we eat. They are working on an app that will allow anyone to scan a QR code on their food labels that will give you total transparency into every detail of the origin of your food. They're also working on building a marketplace for carbon credits. The Give blockchain has one purpose: to help charities help more people. Give community members have already donated over $1 million, money that has provided sources of clean drinking water for tens of thousands of people in third world countries. They've also made sizable donations to save thousands of children from the dark world of sex trafficking. They've provided supplies to help hundreds of families start a small business and become self-reliant, and have championed many other worthy causes. These are just a few of the incredible projects you'll be sharing inside Connect. But perhaps even more exciting is the fact that new projects are constantly being reviewed and added to Connect for you to share, using simple share links that will track referrals right back to you. A library stocked full of promotional and educational videos, and all the community support that you could ever wish for. You'll also learn about the Win blockchain, an amazing tool that tracks and accelerates your rewards when you share these projects. So don't miss out. Become one of the early members of Connect and earn significant, generous rewards. Get with the person who sent this video to you right now to get a link to create a free Connect account today and discover how the Wind blockchain could change your life forever.
Right. So what is going on? I don't even know if I need to do the overview now because that was pretty good. So it's hard to follow that. So welcome everybody. You're on here. Thanks for spending your Thursday night with us. I have a super special guest, Billy Womack, which is Demetrius and my sponsor and all of our team leader. So if you're on here and maybe, you know, half of the companies, because he's been here since the very beginning. He's like a pioneer with Connect, and he's also one of the top ranking people in the company. So before we get started, I'm going to do a little overview just so you can kind of hear it from my bird's eye perspective of this. And so let me go and find the PDF because I could not do that while we're doing the video. So it's been a fantastic week. I know they finished up with some of the promos. Never know, there might be some more promos coming. I just know that it's been exciting. You know, so if you're new, this is a phenomenal company and I can't wait to share the information that you're going to get tonight. So, and I hope that you saw that video because I did see a message in the chat where people could not see it. So I don't know if you can see it or not. So let me go here and share screen again. Where did that go? There it is. All right. Do you see this right here? I don't see anybody. Okay, there you go. I see Rafa. I see a thumbs up. All right, cool. So guys, this Connect United. I couldn't be happier to call this place home. First off, this is a great place to be because it's not just something that just launched. You know, I got a perspective from Billy once. He's like, Connect is like a bamboo tree. If you know how those grow, they literally spend, I think, almost 7 years, 6 to 7 years in the dirt. And then when they come out, they sprout out super fast. So we're lucky enough to to be a part of this at a point where this is going to grow at just a super fast rate because they have all their ducks in a row. So just to kind of go over like the basics of this, you got the internet. We've all been around since the internet came. I'm 42. I remember when the internet came out. My perspective was that I had to have a little CD-ROM to put in the computer, and it took a long time for me to get on. And, you know, I checked my email. I made an email. And then I started talking to people on ICQ or MSN Messenger and just learning about the internet, Napster, downloading thousands of songs. But then the whole .com era came and everybody was just blowing up these websites, and getting the first website for some of those was really lucrative. So the internet is just like centralized spot to store computing, storage, and to connect. You know, you got Amazon on there, you got Yahoo, you got the ESPN, everything is on there. You quit reading the newspaper, you got the internet in the morning. So everything's on the internet. And then you look at what's the blockchain. Blockchain is almost like decentralizing the computing information, the storage and the connectivity. So the fact that the blockchain it's like, what is the blockchain? I don't understand the blockchain. That was how we were on the internet. And it was almost scared to be a part of it. I remember people going, that's not going to last. You know, nobody's going to really do that. You know, same thing happened when the refrigerator came out. If you know your history, people are like, that's stupid. Who's going to own a refrigerator? Who's going to own a TV? Everybody. So the blockchain is here, and it's only going to evolve faster and faster and faster. So I love the fact that we have a company like that's like a shell that hosts all these different brands, brings on all these different CEOs of each different brand you're going to hear about tonight, and helps them launch. You know, our company is the biggest blockchain company in the world. They have over $1 billion of infrastructure that is unlike any other company in the space. We have actual nodes that we actually host. You can host them on your computer, and you have the ability to host them in the cloud. So we'll go over that a little bit tonight. So the basics of blockchain basics. Blockchain is the technology upon cryptocurrency is built. So think about that. Learn about that. We'll go through our academy, set up an account, watch some of the videos on there, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. You'll learn so much. I've done the academy and it was overwhelming to a point where I've almost went through it twice now. So it adopted faster than any technology in history, and it's adopting even quicker and quicker. It's impacting virtually every industry around the world, from brick and mortar to online businesses. And there's nearly 420 million cryptocurrency owners worldwide. I remember when Coinbase came out and it was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. There's probably people that were in this way before I was, but now there's just so many, and it's kind of cool where we're at. You know, I wasn't around the early days of Connect, but some of the early pioneers like Billy Womack, you're going to hear his story where he was able to be a part of a company that launched called Gala Games. And he's like, I'm not a gamer, but I'll check into this. And he bought some nodes to help that basically process on the blockchain better and faster. And with that, they gave him digital rewards for a couple years. They weren't worth anything. But when that company went public and went on major exchanges, oh, I can't believe I think it's over like 300 or 400 exchanges it's on. The coin is doing 400 million a day. And think about how much that coin has went up and went down, and you can check that out as well. But he's made over 8 figures just cashing in those tokens that he was earning every single day. So it's kind of cool how that works. And to me, a node, I was so confused. And believe me, I'm no expert at all. I just look at it as a simple cell phone tower here. So if Demetrius has a company called AT&T, and I'm a farmer, all this land you see is mine. He comes to me because he's like, I have to get to the other side where you can't see to connect these cell phone towers. So I need to talk to Brian and ask him if I can buy a little piece of his land to put my cell phone tower up so I can connect my, my cell phone service so it can work, kind of like what a node is to the blockchain, so it can communicate and work. So when he does that, he says, I'm going to buy this little piece of land. That's it. And I'm going to put this straight up tower. I'm going to check it once a month. That's it. Just put a little driveway to it and I'll take care of it. And I'll pay you rewards every single month or every day, whatever their paperwork is. So, okay, sounds good. You only want a 40 by 40 piece. That's great. I don't have to do anything. I just put it there. You go and do it and put it online. And I receive the rewards as the farm owner. Well, a node is the same thing. We're just buying a node from one of these brands that you're going to see, and we're putting it on the blockchain to help the blockchain work better and smoother. So that's the way I look at it. And they reward us with digital rewards. I call them tokens. They're giving us tokens. We're not buying tokens. We're buying the nodes. And then the nodes, when we host them, they're giving us these tokens. And then we take those tokens and we store them. And when the company, the brand goes public and goes live, and then they add all the liquidity and they put it on multiple different exchanges, then we can start cashing those out through whichever exchange that you want, or you can use Switch, which is a great wallet. It's like the world's greatest wallet. So that's how I look at what a node is. And, like I said, I'm no expert, but how to participate in getting a node, you can just get with the person that invited you, create an account, and buy a node. The node that I always suggest first is a Win node. That's like our native token node. And I'll go more on that in a little bit, and probably Billy will as well. But it is the kind of like the gateway to all of them. It's traditionally $2,000, but when you get started and you make an account, you can get 1,500 off that node. You can get 1,500 off up to 5 of them. So you would actually save $7,500 and only pay $2,500 for 5 Win nodes. And these Win nodes are going to have a lot of utility. Soon, anytime you go to buy a node on the platform, you'll be using Win tokens to do it. You can take those Win tokens later on and buy more nodes. You can take those Win tokens and cash them out, and different exchanges that they get listed on as well. So I don't know how much they are. We can't predict the future, but we know what's going to happen. And that's the cool part about it. So you can either become a node owner, and that's it. There's no pressure to do anything. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to share it at all. I mean, you almost kind of want to share it because you'll hear Billy's story on that one. But then you can help others become node owners as well by sharing it, by sharing the Zoom, by sharing some information from your back office. We do have like a disclaimer. Basically, there's no guarantees. We're not looking forward, giving you forward statements to tell you to go buy certain nodes for certain brands and telling you how much they're going to be. We don't know. You know, I mean, like I get asked all the time, why would I even buy this if it's not worth anything? Well, then don't. You know, if you go and buy a Gala node back when Billy did for $1,000 and host it, cool. It might turn into something. Well, it did. He bought 10 or 11 of them. It turned into $10 million. Bam, like that. After he got hosted and it went online. I think it was only like a year and a half, 2 years or something that it happened to make $10 million having that on there. Not saying other brands are going to do that, but that's what Gala did. Well, here it might not happen for some of them. It might happen for all of them. You don't know what it's going to be. We just have, to me, way better brands than Gala Games, in my opinion. So I'm excited for the brands that I'm about to share and to go over that. But we can't tell you which ones are going to do what. We can only just tell you about them. And then you fall in love with the ones that you want. And then you just dig in deep with those. And I'll show you some of the social media tools where you can learn more and more about it from our Discord to our Medium, which is like a news article website, to Instagram, to YouTube. There's some great sources. So these are all the brands, and this is like my background. I screenshotted that and put it on my background. I'm not that technology advanced, but figured that out. But these are some of our brands and maybe even some to come in the future. So kind of jumping into one of our first brands. This is called Galvin. Galvin is like, it's a way to kind of take control of your health and wellness. So Adam Sharp, he is the CEO. He's the doctor that kind of put this together. So I took some notes for you guys, so I make sure I say this right. But it's an app that you download, and it's wearable technology. It listens to your voice. It uses Amazon Alexa technology, which we all know that works. You know, we all have them in our house. It's talking to us all the time. It basically looks over about 2,500 voice infractions to kind of tell if you're high energy, high stress, low energy. It's just a way for it to help you manage your mental health / health, not just your health. It's working on your mental health. So when that happens, it will reward you in tokens when it's like, hey, we can tell you're low energy. We're going to give you some tasks to do. And if you do them, it's going to help build your energy up, and they'll incentivize you in more tokens, which you can cash out. So I think that's pretty cool. It also is just, it's kind of helping you put your health and your data to your health on the blockchain, which then at the same time, you control that data. So if you don't want someone to have access to it, you can limit that access. It's not like healthcare providers are just sharing it with everybody. So I like that fact that we can actually control that. So it's a really cool technology, and I would tell everybody to go to the YouTube that I'm going to share with you a little bit later, and probably in the chat, that you can you can learn a lot more and watch some tutorials on it. It's phenomenal. So we had the pleasure to actually meet Will Taylor here. He's the president of Grow United. This is one that I really like just because I love the fact that I can find out where my ribeyes come from, or the meat, whatever meat that I'm going to eat. I love eating vegetables. I love eating meat, but to know exactly where they came from, know what the cow was fed, if the cow ate grass only, the cow went to the doctor, if the cow ate olives, if the meat has ever been frozen or if it was only refrigerated. I love the fact that it's like that. So Grow has 7 farms that are a part of Grow. One of them is the largest regenerative farm. It's called Royal Ranch. It's out of Washington State. And Grow has given the customers the power to understand what we're eating. And at the same time, it's helping the farmers and the customers cut out the middleman, so the farmers make more money and the customers save more money. So there's a QR code on there, and you'll just scan it. And they have an app that I'm going to show you here in a minute that will just track it all. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody. And you can take those tokens, you can go to the store, the grow store in Washington, and you can right now, and you can actually go and buy meat if you're close to Washington. I don't know if they ship or anything like that personally, but I know that can be done. And man, we have a phenomenal replay with Will. This is such a bigger movement than I can even express to you guys. And they are doing so much, and they are providing food for so many people that I can just see this being one of the biggest projects, and that's, I personally, I got grow nodes, so I'm really excited about this one, and because there's like 10 different companies all over the world that supply our food. We don't really know what they're putting in it. You look at these different companies and you're like, you're scared you're getting some Nestle beef, or Coca-Cola beef. Like all of them control everything that we're eating. And none of these are places that we ever really look at and want to buy something from, to be honest, but we have to. So that app I was talking about is it's called Farm Tracker. You just download the app, scan the meat, and it tells you everything about it. So it's kind of cool. I would definitely say get on that replay, watch as much as you can about that, and learn from Will, because he does a phenomenal presentation. And that's one thing that I really loved about that. So now we're going to talk about Element. In Element, so Scott Lumo, he was actually on Discovery Channel for a show called Jungle Gold. Tough times hit. He said, hey, let's move to Africa and figure out how to make money with gold, and ended up mining it. So I guess somebody went over there from Discovery Channel and was starting to film these guys and was kind of laughing at them, saying, man, somebody's gonna die. We're not gonna miss it. So we're gonna go ahead and make a TV show out of you guys because it's crazy. So they came over and basically were mining minerals, gold, jewels, the batteries, everything that, the precious metals, basically, for anything that we have, like our cell phone, you get precious metals in here. And they were seeing the first hand effects that was having, where children were a part of it, not just adults, where they would tear up the land and just leave and nobody would come in and fix it. So what they've done is they're making it to where it's basically bringing back the integrity of the companies to go in and make the land more farmable, planting trees, planting fruit, putting in good soil, making sure that there's no kids, it's only adults that are mining everything that you have, batteries, precious metals, gold, silver, and then, just taking care of the land after they leave, not leaving it just destroyed, everything cut down, the habitat just destroyed. So when the mines are depleted, they come back and reclaim the land. And there's a lot more to this, and the carbon credits that they have and they're giving out is phenomenal. And he has a 3-part series on YouTube, and you're going to keep hearing me say YouTube. So if you're new, or if you've even been here for a while, you got to get on YouTube and you got to hear it right from the source, right from their mouths. And it is phenomenal. So the next one, I like this one a lot because I love cryptocurrency, and I love the fact that the lady that created this is named Kathy Roberts. She's the CEO of Switch. She's also the co-founder and creator of Discover Card, and served as the president and chief operations officer at Discover Bank. So she's kind of the one that brought in cash back, getting money for spending. And it was kind of laughed upon, but until she did it, and it's kind of cool that she brought this in. So, I've talked to a lot of big leaders or people that are influential in this space, and they're like, I can't believe Kathy Roberts is part of not just Switch, but a part of this company, because she's also on the board and she oversees as a director of many of the companies, such Galvin and I think Element and a couple other ones as well. So in Switch, they have some really good nodes. This Billy's baby, you'll hear about it. But it's basically like the best cryptocurrency wallet on the planet. You can literally buy Bitcoin with Switch on the custodial side from your bank, and then move it to the non-custodial side that you'll own the 12-word key phrase to. Like, That way, if you own your 12 words, you own your crypto, because if you don't own your crypto. So if you own those 12 words and that non-custodial part, then you own your crypto. I hope you understand that. It's like creating a Exodus wallet or a SafePal or a Trust wallet or Uniswap or something that's decentralized that you own the keys to, that you can import other places. So it's a big deal that you can buy the Bitcoin and move it off of there that fast, like within 5 minutes. Normally you're stuck there for weeks or even 2 weeks or, some longer than that. So it makes getting access to your crypto easy. The non-custodial wallet, the custodial wallet is great. And they also have, what you see there is a Visa debit card for Switch. Then that is something that if you're new to crypto, you set up your account, you get everything done, you order the card, you get the card, you're making crypto, you're making, say, grow nodes, you move it to Switch and you swap it over to the card. Then you only got to go use a debit card. That's it. You'll need some help from somebody that maybe brought you in or can sit down with you and show you how to move it from one wallet to another, and then just click a button to attach it to the card. And then you just swipe your card, just like a Visa card that you have already. And believe me, everybody on here knows how to use a debit card. My daughter's 5 and she knows how to do it. So it's a really easy way to on-ramp, like buy crypto. And it's a really easy way to off-ramp, which means move your crypto off. So I love the Switch project, and Kathy did a phenomenal Zoom with us as well. And man, she was great. So now jumping into, I skipped, where'd it go? Oh, had them backwards. We can go that way though. So this is Rev. Rev is a unique one here. So if you've ever been in a stranger's car before, yeah, I have. It's called Lyft or Uber. Never thought we would do this back in the day, but now we just call strangers and they pick us up. So that is more of a centralized way. So when I looked at Rev, it's a rideshare program. There's also a incentivized like relationship marketing, network marketing program behind this. So that way I see this growing even bigger and faster, because there's ways to get incentivized by sharing this with drivers and sharing this with riders and earning more tokens as you go. So all of the different brands, I'm telling you, anytime you do something inside of them, you're earning different tokens. So with rideshare, it's disrupting the industry, utilizing blockchain technology and making it decentralized. So the drivers and the riders are getting tokens for, not canceling, for leaving a review, for leaving 5 stars, for leaving a tip, for completing the ride. It's already in Miami, Palm Beach, Jupiter, Florida, New Orleans, and it's launching, I believe, very soon in Las Vegas, and then in many other places as well. So one thing I really liked about this, and I was recently in Miami, and I just asked some questions. Every time you get in an Uber or Lyft, ask questions. Sorry. And the questions I asked is, if there was a program just like Lyft or Uber that paid you 30 to 40% more to do the same thing you're doing, would you do it? And they said, absolutely. And I'm like, so really you're doing this to make a lot of money, not just pick me up and have a conversation. And they're like, they just started laughing, so they're in this to make money as a side gig when they have some downtime to what they're doing, and the same thing for us riders, we're going to pay 10 to 20% less. And at the same time, get incentivized with more tokens as we do it. So Paul, he did a phenomenal Zoom with us as well. I mean, he's built some major companies. I love how he doesn't make it about himself. And he's just like, I just fell in love with this because I feel like I can help a lot of people in a place where they need to be helped. Help those Uber and Lyft drivers make more money, help us riders save more money. And I can see this taking over in this space. So I loved what he said about that. And then brings me to Rally, which is going to be renamed to R-Link. So what we're on right now is called a Zoom. It's exactly the same thing that's Rally is going to be. It's just you're going to get incentivized for using Rally R-Link. It doesn't say R-Link yet, but it's going to be R-Link. And when you use that, you're actually going to get incentivized when people get on the Zoom. And even when you get on the Zoom and you have an account, you'll get incentivized for getting on a rally. Sorry, it's so hard to not say Zoom if you're on here listening. So the one thing I like about Rally, besides Darren Kidd, phenomenal speaker, author, network marketing professional, keynote speaker, trainer. I mean, he is just jack of all trades and he's good at all of them, you know, so he's got over 30 years experience. It's video conference software, you know, and the launch date is not sure when the launch date is exactly. It could be close to the end of this month, but you know, just keep your ears open, pay attention to the emails with that. And just imagine getting incentivized for just hosting meetings and getting on meetings. So it's going to be cheaper than what we're on right now, cheaper than Zoom, and it's going to reward you better than obviously Zoom does because you don't get any rewards here. And it also helps you secure your data. You know, that's one big thing I liked about this because Zoom is owned by China and it has the ability to leak all the information. So big corporations do not want to get on here and share everything. With our link, they will want to be a part of it because they're going to have more security. So it's just going to create more loyalty with the customers as well. So if you haven't listened to it, go watch a replay with Darren Kidd. It's phenomenal what he does and kind of goes over. So, and don't even get me started here on the legal team. So when I was shared this by Demetrius, he sent me this. He's like, Google some of these names. And I was like, I started with Daniel Payne. I was like, whoa, Daniel Payne was the lead attorney of Coinbase at one point, which you've heard of Coinbase. It was probably the biggest cryptocurrency exchange in the United States, which I love that aspect that we have him on as our president, our attorney. He's the one that's going to go over the things in the videos, the compliance videos with Blockade with you guys. And with me, same way, every year when we go through that compliance, not hard, don't get scared, simple, watch a video, take a couple questions. I looked up Kat Bonner, I got to speak to her a little bit, and then I got over to Ken Cuccinelli. With Ken Cuccinelli, I was like, wait, I already know who that is. I'm like, he's our lead advisor? I'm like, holy cow, he was a former attorney general of Virginia. He worked for that little company called Homeland Security for the United States, if you've heard of them. And I just was like blown away because he works for the government and their job is to make sure our company stays compliant. We stay compliant as people that are speaking about these nodes and these brands to know that we don't want to make forward statements or put money emojis or to the moon or just talk about stuff we're not supposed to talk about. So phenomenal legal team. And when I saw that personally, I was like, you know, even more at home and happy where I'm at with that because you just can't go wrong. Just get this and take a screenshot and start Googling some of these names. It is really cool. So, you know, how's it all start? It kind of all starts like just creating an account. Get a link from the person that shared this with you. Set up an account, go through, look over different parts of the back office. We have a share tab that has tons of different videos in it, Academy on there, Learn to Earn. That'll be available. I don't know when, but it should be available upcoming months. And it all starts with that you see on the left. That's our native token. And when you get the native token node and you share this with other people, you will earn more tokens for Win by basically just sharing it through your friend chain. That's like your community that you're building. Also, because you came in with that Win token right now, and so joins after you, timestamped, you're going to make a little bit of tokens just because you got on the Win node on the blockchain before that person as well. So to not dig too deep in this and go over that too much, it's just, you're going to get incentivized with just being an early adapter, an early pioneer of the company. And then we have the brand nodes to the right. So if you've watched any of the video I played at first or liked anything I talked about, you can go in to the share tab, create an account, share, watch some videos, go on YouTube, go on the Discord, learn what you want to learn about these different brands. And if you're like, I really like that Grow company, or I like Galvin, or like Element, or we even have ones I didn't talk about, like Hyper, which is a great platform. These guys are the ones that are building the blockchains for all the companies. So it is a great way for developers to get incentivized, but the Hyper node is as well. So this is how the company works. So just create an account, get nodes yourself, or you can share and get incentivized as well. So now let's just go to the next part. So like I said, you can purchase one of those not for $2,000 anymore. You get $1,500 off, and you can get 5 of them for that price, which is $2,500. So that comes out to $500 a win node, and it'll start generating tokens within 24 hours on those win nodes. You attach them to Block Fabric with our company. You can do it a different way. I don't have the computers and want to leave the computer open to do that, so I'm just going to do it on the cloud. It's $4.95. I love how they do it for you. Everything's fine there. Huge, great support team. I can't, stress on that more, that they've always been there for us when we needed them. And just get educated and learn about our ecosystem. So just kind of diving in a little bit about what you're going to see in the upcoming years is, the World Economic Forum, blockchain could disrupt 867 trillion with a T in traditional markets. So we're at the very beginning of when the internet came out with the whole .com era. We're at that point with the blockchain. This is where the world is going. Bitcoin, everybody said, don't do it, don't buy it. Now it's going to just erupt, and it has. Bitcoin is like $70,000 a Bitcoin. I remember when it was 30 cents and people were laughing at it because you couldn't touch it. Now everybody's like, I wish I had some. So, what this is going to do is going to definitely change the face of what we're doing. And being at the beginning of a blockchain company that it has everything together is very exciting. So start connecting, reach out to the person that invited you, create an account, purchase a win node, get qualified. And the fastest way to really grow here is just to sell 5 win nodes, 1 win node to 5 different people. That's the way I like to look at it, and then help them buy some brand nodes. And I'll kind of go over that next. So after you do that, kind of complete the training, the compliance training, and share your link, and you're on the right steps of getting going here. So now diving into I'm gonna touch a little bit on the compensation plan. So getting to Droid, it's basically buying a win node and operating a win node. The other way to get to Droid is to join for free, and you can earn and operate a free win node by referring 5 friends that at least purchase 1 win node. And when you do that, you refer those 5 people that buy 1 win node each, you get a free win node. It's almost the same as buying a win node and selling 5 win nodes to 1 friend each, selling 1 win node to 5 friends. Sorry, I said that backwards. You get paid $500 for doing that, or you get a free win node. Hope that makes sense. The basics of this whole company is around Blockbot. Becoming a Blockbot is just like I was talking about, by selling five win nodes to at least 1 person each. When you do that, and then you have $10,000 worth of volume within their communities or with them. Can't be from your own purchases. And one thing you got to be aware of is the brand nodes like Galvin, Switch, Element, Grow, Hyper, Raleigh, Rev, those only count as half of the amount of money. So if someone buys a Switch node for 9,000, you're only going to get 4,500 towards that 10,000, because that's how it actually pays in the compensation plan. When they buy a win node, you get 100% of what a win node is. So my suggestion to the people that I bring on that want to share this is go help 5 people buy 5 win nodes each, because they're going to get those 5 win nodes at a discounted price at $2,500 instead of 10,000. And then if you help 5 people do that, you're going to have $12,500 in volume underneath you. And everybody's going to have a win node out of those 5 people, and you are a Blockbot. That's it. With this company, it's not challenging. You just want to become a professional Blockbot creator and an inviter to Zooms. There's a phenomenal Zoom that's actually starting at 10 o'clock that I would suggest everybody to get on and everybody to join as well, even if you're coming in a little bit late. And I see where it is Billy. I'm going to make Billy